Hi, Jade Room Overexplained video. Oh, the 2025 new tablecloth. So here, complete throwing normal stuff here. So after maybe we were at about 12, 13 videos or so on. So I think, well, first of all, before I think anything, let's defend this. Okay, no. Could this game be over right now, actually? Okay, no. Oops. So as the series moves along, right, I think the focus eventually will become that I'll slightly move away from the 5-block theory, because after a while, I'm hoping eventually it will click for you. And I don't want to do 100 videos on just the basic things, right? Like we want to eventually progress and move on to there are many other topics that we can cover, and I think the next one on the list, for me at least, is going to be about the push-pull, which is at least an intermediate or advanced concept here, just somewhere in between there. It could get really deep, but we're gonna start off a bit easier, and yeah, talk about it and eventually transition into a discussion with more of that instead of just. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, okay, good. Oh. The game's not over. I was afraid the game might be over before I finished talking. We're only 3 minutes in, and the game might be almost over now. This game might not be a good one about push-pull because someone's already at 700 points. First, we kind of define it. Push-pull is when or there are other ways of describing this. Is attack versus defense, push versus pull, push being attacking, pull being defending. At the beginner level, it's about how do you attack, like for example, how do you discard the right things, how do you form a winning hand, how do you when do you reach stuff like that? Just general basic, more basic questions, or and then we get into a little bit more about value versus speed, which is something we have also touched on in the first videos. But then after that, so next question is probably for example, if someone makes a bunch of calls, is it worth pushing, or should I at some point started to play defense? And that's a much deeper question because well, first of all, hold on. I think I just shape's a tiny bit awkward. I think I actually want to do this. Because that these questions are does require a good fundamentals. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about. I think I just do that, and then the Tonki way could be something else. But like this is like waiting on a 9. That's no good. That doesn't do anything. So I'll try to transition into that, starting with some pretty basic things. Yeah, let me get through this hand, and then on the next hand I'll get into that. Okay, let's go like this. And it's probably a question that I think a lot of players beyond the beginner level would ask a lot, because holy shit. Because some people do get stuck, or like if a lot of times, like if your rishis are not working and stuff like that, then people like a pendulum swings to the other side and decide, oh, I'm not gonna rishi, because like richiing would tend to deal in, and so on and so forth, right? Actually, I don't know if we can get to next hand. If not, then I'll do it on the next video. In that case, I'm gonna be leaving like a cliffhanger. We can help. Okay. I have to keep tempai here, because if not, then like if it, okay. So apparently this is not a cliffhanger episode. Okay, this hand is fine. Now I'll probably start with this. Well, anyways, when we talk about push-pull, there are in general 4 major considerations. We talk about, like, we start with the pushing, and like if the pushing doesn't make sense, then of course we start folding, right? So the pushing number 1 is the value of your own hand, and then like how far along you are, and then like also like the table situation, and whether, and also like some secondary factors, like what kind of piles you have, and whether you could play defense or not. But like the first one is usually the first and second one is the most important. Like whatever I don't think I pawned that. Whenever we evaluate our push-pull, it's like how fast is the hand, and how much value is the hand, is actually the two and then like obviously whatever is the what's the threat. For example, is it a dealer rishi? Is it something else? Is it just a whatever hand? And how far ahead or behind you are? All these things, these are the major variables. Richi. So this one, like, of course, it's in terms of push-pull, right? I am dealer, and in this situation, this guy is in last. We're kind of in East 2, we do need some pushing, and like overall the weight is acceptable. There we go. Like in this case, like on a Richi, we're not going to be afraid and try to like tinker with the hand or try to do anything, just directly call Ricci. And overall, my playstyle is very attacking. Whenever possible, I will try to push until a point where it's beyond some type of limit, and I'm unable to, or it looks very stupid to do so. Then I will choose to not push and start pulling. However, usually in my mind, if I start folding, then it's automatically a negative EV play. Which that part goes into defense theory, which could be covered a little bit later. But there's so many different theories, and I don't want to confuse all of you, or like mixing concepts and then at the end not achieving anything. So here, like, back to like good habits, right? Just basics. It's important to have good basic fundamentals, so that when you actually go into you go further into strategic discussions and depth, that you have still remain to have a good basis and be able to click and understand things, instead of like going backwards and questioning everything else, right? So everything about our different discussions and concepts are based on just game fundamentals, like obviously like 4 tiles for every type, and the Yakus are set as well. Like the rules are all set, and everything is based on that. 5, 6, 7 SSK. That might no, it's 4, 5, 6. I still should do that though. Normally it's probably the this one. Well, actually it's not. Actually it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's 5, 6, 7, so maybe wait a couple of turns. This hand is oh man, okay. This hand, there's so many ways to improve this hand's value. For example, obviously drawing the like drawing a 7-1 straight up, or some type of draw. Well, that also helps. That's a Ricci then. Like in that case, I think it was starting to get a bit late, and also it is a Ricci Nomi. So in that case, I think in terms of a evaluation, that it probably wasn't worth an immediate Ricci, even though it was an Ipatsu at the end somehow. But if I Ricci, then like it is also quite possible they don't throw that. Okay. Mm. 5, 4, 3. One more draw here. So as dealer, because every win is multiplied by, I get 2 draws, multiplied by 50%, right? So usually for most considerations on attacking, it should be leaning towards attack in a lot of cases. Oh no. I got screwed by like... Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so now the table situation is different, and it's time to reset and take a look at the table situation. We're in second place, and like it's within it's still kind of our range of this guy because it's above 8,000. So this guy winning a Mahjong hand from someone else will not overtake us. However, there's no question that obviously it's not a comfortable second place, and the last place person is still there's still plenty of game to go, and I have lost dealership. Which in terms of grand strategy, that probably dictates that we'll be playing a bit more balanced or slightly towards attacking, because we don't want to leave problems until the end or play too passively and start bleeding our points. Because every defense played is negative EV, and every hand that's not won is also negative EV, because the best that can happen is one person dealing with someone else and your points are not affected. The two worst situations are you dealing in, obviously that's 100%. That's 100% hurt, or someone simoing, which you start bleeding points, and then like I'm sure you have had the experience where you don't win a bunch of hands, people start simoing, and then at the end you just find yourself in a big hole. Here I think I'm gonna do this. A tiny bit greedy, but not that much. Gonna force this to be the pair here and go Tan Yao instead. Because the hand became a 6 block hand, so... Okay, this is gonna be Sakigiri the Forso here. So obviously this hand has healthy speed and value. If we get anywhere near Tempai, that's... if we get Tempai, obviously we're reaching. If we get someone calls Ricci, we do have a safe tile. And gonna still remain in attacking position. So in terms of push-pull analysis, yeah, like with a safe tile, that's as designed. So yeah, that's also safe. Yeah, that's fine too. But we're not gonna be afraid. We're gonna if we get to, obviously we get to Tempai or Ricci and K10 here. Yeah, that's gonna be a straight up Ricci. Oh, waste of stick. But okay, fine. The heck is all this stuff? Okay. Okay, I'm not... They don't have my stuff, but they drew the right thing at the end. Okay. So this guy is obviously at this point extremely flowful. They went right down to what is it, 700 points? Now they're right back into it, and now we're in third place, and due to loss of a Ricci stick, fourth place is right behind here. Then shifting our strategy into a more attacking mode here. So when it's a more attacking mode, it's less likely for me to start like folding, or unless like if this was Dora, then obviously we start folding. But here it didn't flip anything, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4.5 kind of. Like Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But yeah, it's messy. But here I depend on drawing the free mon here. I don't think I take that. Or should I? Okay. Like here, taking is a attack commit. Which you don't have to do because the hand is still very far away. You don't have to attack commit here. Which is probably a at the end a good decision because this guy immediately re-cheat right after. Okay, start with this. Yeah, this guy's flow is insane. Yeah, must be nice dealing in twice and then like winning like 4 or 5 hands in a row, something like that. So same situation as before, 7100. That's where we our next focus is. Like we focus when we push pull, we when we consider defense, obviously our focus should be the dealer. And also like then it would be our direct opponent, which in this case is Toyman here. So like because like in a 4-player game, it's really hard to focus on all 4 players. There's priorities involved, and like if you try to read every single thing that's around, then not only would it some of the reads be very minor, like it would not be contributing. It will only add to your workload and focus, and then like being unable to focus on what's important. So here that's already a Ricci. We are actually on 2 Shanten here. Without any valid way of defending, then yeah, this is gonna be Chi. Yeah, we don't have a valid defense, so if we can get out of it with a win, then that would do it. Okay. But at the end, it's a defensive-oriented approach here. If we're attacking because we are forced to. Right now, we're not forced to anymore. 7 and 8 are both safe. And the position allows for a... like, we do have plenty of defense tiles now. Like, usually, you would need about 2 or more, usually, for it to be a... to have a good chance of defense success. Like, if you only have 1 safe tile and then you throw away the safe tile, the next turn you draw something wrong, then... like, then you're completely stuck, right? In that case, like... there might be a forced pushed situation. But then, like, obviously, like, it is possible for the game to troll you and you draw multiple bad tiles, but that's towards the unlikely side, right? Like, at the very beginning here, we didn't have any valid defenses, so at that time, it makes sense to chi and try to counteract, and because there were no other valid options. However, after very quickly, it becomes apparent that our defense would have a very good success rate, and therefore that would lead to a transition where, like, or leads to additional options where, like, you have to evaluate and see whether it still makes sense to continue pushing, or is it Or what is it that you're trying to do? I don't have a chi here. Like normally if I have something to call, I would try to break the high tay of this because this guy's drawing the last tile. Okay, didn't matter. But this guy's insane. Yeah, defensive chi toy, I guess, but thinking like maybe the 5-pin was insane. How friendly is this guy? Let's see. Not particularly. 13% deal rate is pretty normal. Slightly better than normal Master 2s, I would say. All the percentages for deal wins and stuff can be found on the AME website. That applies to all the Gold Room and above players. Let's see. Let's see if there's a easy way of yeah, the site is called Mahjong Soul Stats. So I guess I'll link it in the description. That's where you can search for Gold Room or Jade Room or Celestials and figure out their percentages and what the normal percentages are. Okay, so this is looking fine. Like 5, 6, 7, 8 weight here. Pawn would be a complete waste. Yeah, we're not doing that. Pawning would guarantee one hand, Chiing and guarantees one hand, so both of them are not. So. Especially with a Ishan 10 that is as wide as this. So that's a more a value instead of a push-pull. Push-pull is more towards whether it's worth even attacking or should I start folding, which happens basically any time that you finish like discarding your loose tiles and then and then after that, like let's say after the first roll, you take stock and then figure out if you need to switch, make any changes to your grand strategy. The grand strategy being that something you usually start developing on turn 0. When you draw your hand, you have some idea of and then look at on turn 0, you look at the table situation, look at your own hand, and then recognize how aggressive or how much attack is required, which goes back to the part about push pull, how like the value of your hand and how far ahead it is, how far you are to Tempai. Okay. So far, I'm feeling very trolled. Let's hope we can get this. Okay, I draw the last tile again. Okay. That's a freaking second hole too. Freaking hell, man. Okay, so obviously this game is not going well, and also like not on my not on any of my mistakes. I haven't made one. All of them are because I re-cheat, and then this guy chase re-cheat, and then wins a Hote. So, like obviously the game does have significant RNG elements, and sometimes the game can go this way. Obviously, it is frustrating and everything, but one of these like sports psychology or whatever you call it, like at the end it is a game, right? And at the end you still want to try to play your best and try to solve and get out of the situation, and not the time to despair and just rage quit the game. Like we're still very much in it, and if we at the end we lose, we lose. There's nothing. That's part of the game as well. So yeah. But the thing about the issue is if I start playing like angry and start making like mistakes, and if I lose because of my mistakes, then that would really suck. So like at the end it's about how you manage these type of situations, right? Just like obviously like things are not, like really not going well, right? Like every kind of bad probability things that can happen probably have happened, but we're still in the game here. Okay, South 2, we need to get this to work. Like I usually look at it usually in a pretty optimistic way. Like I think about it as a try to solve the puzzle, or try to escape, try to get it to work. Sometimes the game doesn't allow, and like a loss is a loss, but like who hasn't lost when playing this game, right? Like that's like definitely part of the game. And I've went up to Saint 2, went down to Master 3, went down almost to Master 2. Like the ranks have gone up and down, and my play strength is not at the Celestial level. I know that. There's still lots of things I can work on, and probably like also like part of it is just sometimes being careless, sometimes streaming, just having fun, not being 100% laser focused, making inaccuracies and mistakes, that kind of thing. But that's also kind of part of me, right? Just I'm not gonna play this game just in a vacuum. Like I want to play it. Okay, hold on. I guess it's this. Yeah. Is it? Oh no, I messed up. No, damn it. Okay. Okay, fine. I messed up because it's a 2-3-4 SSK, but at least I didn't have to throw a stupid tile for the Tenpai. Okay. Yeah, the game can definitely turn around. So here we are We still have our dealership. There's still plenty of opportunities and also time for me to make mistakes. So it's important to be vigilant here. Yeah, we're also getting into the topic of psychology, or when you're playing any game, right? It doesn't have to be Mahjong, it could be poker, or any game that has any or enough RNG elements, or like even other games, right? Just games in general that are not chess, for example. Like chess is everyone has perfect information, it's deterministic, right? But for example, any game, for example, let's say StarCraft, for example, like a real-time strategy game where like you have a fog of war, right? That introduces RNG, right? Or like there are also like many other ways of introducing RNG. I think I just roll this 5-pin here. For example, basically most card games are highly RNG because just the fact that in a card game you have to shuffle the deck, and like the other cards, like the cards are all like mixed up randomly, and then that it already introduces significant RNG factors. And there are lots of people that do not enjoy these type of games, right? That's also part of it. Like they don't like games that have high RNG factors, and that's completely okay. The issue is people that cannot tolerate losses playing games that have significant RNG. That's the issue, where the issue lies, right? Like at the end, it's like knowing yourself, right? Knowing like knowing what you enjoy, what kind of games you enjoy, and knowing your own limitations as well. Like for some people, that this like playing Mahjong might be too tilting, right? That's a Ricci. This is a Mongon. This is an easy reach. In terms of dang it. Okay. That had good opportunities. Now, and then it's also understanding that because you're playing a game with significant RNG elements, there are so many, sometimes only so many things you can do. You can optimize and play perfectly, and sometimes you can still lose. But the important thing is the process. The important thing is to try, like to try to play your best, and appreciate a game of sufficient strategic depth. Like at the end, if you don't appreciate the game, you can always play something else. There's lots of games you can play, right? I mean, there's no need to play a game that you feel is unfair or rigged or whatever you want to call it. Like again, at the end, you being you, right? It's like understanding like what you enjoy the most. Some people like first-person shooters. Some people like real-time strategy games. Some people like slower games like turn-based strategy. And Mahjong is a by definition a turn-based strategy game. So also like other than the RNG factors, there's also a lot of people that think this game is too slow, right? I mean, that's part of it as well. So definitely getting into lots of things in this video other than or like we just talked about 5-block fury and all that stuff, right? Eventually that's the how, and eventually if you watch enough videos you would get it, right? But now we're talking about the meta and the why, and these are like much deeper discussions that I also have this quite often when I'm streaming. Like obviously when I'm streaming for hours and hours, and eventually with our live viewers we do get into these topics, and then like my viewers being there for like 50 streams, 100 streams in a row, like they understand me, and sometimes like I get on a high and win a lot of games. They see that. Sometimes I get on a low and sometimes say a few copium things, but it's actually again just being part of the process of learning and enjoying the game. Again, you see that in the first video that I made, I was a Master 1 back then, and I was like kind of just starting to pick up the game because at that time like 10-hole was still like significant, right? Before Mahjong Soul, like 10-hole was basically the legit game for a lot of players, and that's where all the best players are, and that's where most players are. So, but you can also recognize that playing 10-hole is also kind of like the interface is not great, obviously. Like it's not it doesn't look very appealing, and like you can always say you love Mahjong, and it doesn't matter what the game looks like as long as it's Mahjong and blah blah blah. But at the end, whoever says that actually, that wouldn't be completely truthful. Like if a game you play for hours and hours, you would prefer the game to look appealing. Not only like popular, like you want to be able to enjoy the experience more, I think. Like not saying that the game needs to have like crazy waifus or anything, but like you see that the UI is significantly better. Like the game is a little bit slower. That takes a bit of getting used to at the beginning, but at the same time, like it is a turn-based game, and there are some important strategic and tactical considerations, and there's no reason to play like extremely fast or like use up your clock in a stupid, inefficient way. Like more time should be should allow you to play more accurately. And like there are games where like the timer is very short, then you just make intuitive or gut decisions, which I because of my play strength, I do make them very well. However, I think I'm just gonna cheat and try to get out of this game here. Like obviously, like that also depends on your perspective. Like at the end, like hopefully I can get out of this in third place. If I do that, then I would not be unhappy. I'll actually be pretty satisfied in that a lot of things went sideways and wrong, and I got whole take twice, but at the end I was still able to persevere. And also in my mind, pretty much knowing that whatever mistake I made was I believe minor inaccuracies. I don't think I made any mistakes based on I don't think I throw Manzu. I think I throw this. That looks fine to me. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, this game's not over yet. Like nobody wants this guy to win. Hopefully they don't get that unlucky. They don't get that lucky. Also, I'm out of save tiles. This is critically bad. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be 6-pin defense if I need to run defense. 3-pin on one side, 3's 8 on the other is the justification for this defense. 2 mon is also justified. It is 2G of 5. That usually is a better justification. Okay, good. All the 1s are gone as well, making it impossible to be a Kanchan. Okay, no more high taste. Okay, good. Okay. So the math might change a tiny bit here. You see this difference here with some sticks on the... It becomes a still more 4 hands would be enough here. Before it was further than that. Before it was this total but without any sticks, in which case that Simo 4 hands would not do it. This hand's very curious though. Yeah, we're not doing the marker nor the SG here, so. So I think I actually went into more concepts than I initially thought. I guess things came out as things kind of got a bit jaded in the middle. I mean, but pawn. I think at the end, like if I like obviously if I lost, I didn't get that hand and I lost, like I would be unhappy, obviously, but then at the same time, like it's not because of my of me messing up or anything like that. So I would usually forget it pretty quickly and continue playing. Hopefully we can just get out of this like this. Good. Yeah, we'll settle for third place here. So definitely, I noticed that a lot of people, like in the analytics, a lot of people just leave right after when I do the review, which is pretty normal. But I think today there's probably a few more things we could say about this game in particular, because this game was very interesting in that what happened. It's not because of my decisions, but overall what happened in the game, right? I reached it 6 times and dealt in twice because of the of 2 high tails, right? Otherwise, for me it would have been an easy win, but like just in this game, the like running a bunch of times, stuff like that, but the Rishi is also not working out and dealing in big. is and luckily the attacking has not run dry, and therefore still be able to get out of it. So let's see if this guy yeah, obviously this one was Pega. Well, that's even more Pega in that they didn't start defending. They should have thrown 5 pin. Okay. I mean, there's no reason to so this is a push pull, the easiest push pull ever. So let's say this passes, right? The hand is still a lot of shantans, too many, like it's 2 shantan in particular. Like let's say you throw this away, and then let's say things go really well, you pawn the east, and then after that you cheat this, it's 2 Hans, right? I mean, and before that, it's like you have to jump through many hoops against this player who already on turn 2 Ricci dealer. There's no reason to push this hand at all. It's a 2 shantan hand that by book usually would mean that's obvious. And then after like looking at the situation, that's turn 2 Ricci. Your hand's nowhere close, has no value. In the easiest and most decisive defense ever. And then the second hand here. Okay, so this one is also I think instructive in that the hand does have 2 Dora, so it's a freehand hand. However, it is very far away, and it is a dealer Ricci. So again, at this very moment when this was thrown, it's a 2 shantan, and then after that's a pawn, right? And then after that, you have to jump through a lot of hoops again. Like my analogy I usually use is that it's a 100-meter race, and you already give like you already handicapped by 50 meters or like 30 meters depending on how many meters, but you're handicapped and it's 100 meters, and like it's very unlikely for you to be able to catch up. So like you can, like the analogy can, like you can use a different analogy or whatnot, but it's just like how it is. Like this guy's already ready and on a Ricci, and your hand is nowhere near ready, and it's 3 Hans, but it's not 4 Hans. So yeah, and even if it's 4 Hans, it is a dealer Ricci. It's really tough. The shapes suck. So again, a easy fold here, which with a fold that would mean that don't pawn that, which gives you 2 safe tiles, and then after that decide then. At this moment, looking at table situation, you are behind. We are, like, this guy is behind by 12k. However, that does not automatically that you have to push everything, especially when the win percentage or the odds are so stacked against you. And even if you win the hand, it's not the reward is not sufficient enough either. So all of that add together means that the hand should not be a push. And then I eventually got a hand here where it's this type of thing, and this guy yeah, this push is perfectly justified. You can see that it's a Mangan hand, 3 west, Yaku is west and 3 west Dora, so Mangan hand right here on a good weight, even against dealer Ricci, against 2 Riccis. Throwing this tile is a bit tough, but probably still within justification. Otherwise, like considering the push-pull here, one of these, like, what else you're gonna throw type of thing. You could start throwing this, 3 of this, it's usually pretty safe, but that seems a bit too passive. I think pushing this is still justified. Some people will start folding. That's also part of the playstyle considerations. However, here I think I would also push this. So, and that deals in. That's too bad. But it is I believe the correct EV play here, or at least that would be within my risk tolerance. That's not for everyone's risk tolerance. It will be within my risk tolerance. So here, that's the first high tay deal in here, which really like stupid. Yeah, in this situation, obviously, the easiest push ever. Dealer push. No one has like not gonna think about it too much. Not dealing in, not because of my bad play or anything like that. And then a couple more simmos by this luck sack here, and then another freaking high tay deal in here. But then after that, that's where, like, obviously I started copiuming and saying things like, even if I lose, I wouldn't be too whatever. But that was true. But like, obviously, not losing is a lot better. So here, eventually, I did get fight, and eventually I did get a significant win here. Which was obviously very significant. At the same time, like, psychologically, imagine being in this situation. I think a lot of viewers here would start second guessing or despairing and thinking like, there's no way out of this. Don't do that. Again, at the end, it is a game, and you're just trying to play your best. Okay. And then after that, there's a lot of back and forth, and unfortunately, my hand was not big enough to stop this guy from winning. This guy, like, just totally won. Like, they made, like, really, I would say they made a really bad decision at the beginning, and then a questionable decision like after that. But then the game really, like, saved them, and like, I wish my hand was big enough to take them out of the win, right? But I didn't do that. I had to settle for a third place here. That's what the game gave me, and that's completely fine.
No.
So lots of different questions. We went to so many different topics. Feel free to ask questions, and thanks, and thank you, everyone that has kept watching until this point. I hope you guys learned something, and make sure to ask questions. And when I stream, make sure to stop by and ask questions as well. Yeah, thank you. Take care. See you guys next time.